Hey everybody, this is Tanisha Coffee, aka The Lofty Entrepreneur, and we are in the ActiveCampaign dashboard, and today I'm going to show you how to create a form using ActiveCampaign. It's super simple, super intuitive, so let's jump to it. All right, we're going to go over here to the menu on the left side of the screen, and we are going to click on Forms. All right, now that we're here, we're going to click on this blue button on the top right. It says Create a Form. And we're going to name our form. And I am going to name this Test 1 to coincide with the list that I created in one of the previous videos. And depending on what level, what package you have with ActiveCampaign, that determines the types of forms that you have access to. So you can see, they have floating bar forms, so it'd be at the top of the page, floating boxes. So all sorts of different types. In general, the inline form works just fine. So that's the kind that we're going to complete today. So that's what's selected. That's the only option if you don't have one of the higher packages. And then down here, you have options on what you want to happen when people subscribe on when people sign up on a particular form. So you could have them add a tag, email results. So like maybe if your form was a quiz or something like that, they would get the results sent to them. You can do lots of different things. For our purposes, we want them to subscribe to a list, so we're going to leave that checked. And then we're going to select the list that we want them to subscribe to. The list we just created was the Test 1 list, so we're going to select that. Again, if we wanted to have another action to happen when they subscribe to this list, we could do that here. So it would give you, the other options. We don't need that right now, so we're not going to select that. We're going to hit create. Take a couple seconds. Okay, and there's our form. So what you're looking at right now literally is the super basic of basic forms, but it is still effective, and you can put your headline goes here. You would just double click where you want to start typing. And then over here on the right side is where you actually change the copy. So headline goes here. If you wanted to change this, again, it would go on this spot. You go over to the left side, and you would want to type within these sections here. I'm not going to change anything there. Then you have your name, email, and your submit. If you want something other than submit, again, you can change the label. Access the course. So very simple. If you wanted to add another field to the form, you could do so. You just drag and drop. And that little green line shows up. Now, if you notice here, the email has an asterisk by it, which means that it's required. Right now, people could enter your email list and it wouldn't be required of them because you don't have it required. So we want people for it to be required. So we want, just like it's here, we want to click this, we want to click the box right here so that it is required. And now we have that little asterisk. Same thing with the phone number. If you want it to be required, you would need to click the asterisk. Now over here, you can see that you have, besides the fields, you have some style choices. And so right now we have the basic layout. If you wanted to change the layout a little bit, you could change it to this option. So say you wanted a more horizontal form, you could have it this way, or you can have the more common kind of stacked look. If you wanted to change the background, you can do that here. If you want to change the font color, you could do that. Just fine tune those. The form right now is a square. If you wanted it to be more rounded, You could change the numbers there. As you can see, the corners are more rounded. And that's it. That's all you really need. Under the options section, so this is where you decide what happens once somebody submits the form and exactly what all happens. Now on the other screen, we already did the form action where we chose that when they subscribe to the list, test one, when they fill out the form, they get subscribed to the list test one. So we already did that. If we wanted to change it, we could click the setting buttons. If we wanted to add an action, we could do that here as well. And then up here for the thank you form, what's going to show on the page or wherever you have this form, once they fill it out, all it's going to say is thanks for signing up. If you want this to say more than that, you would need to add in the text here. Check your email for more information. So you would just type that in and you can get a preview of what your thank you page would look like. You also have the option if you were creating a like your own thank you page on your website, or if you wanted to send them somewhere else once they finish the form, you have the ability for once they fill out the form to open a new URL. And that could be any place that you want it to send them, whether, like I said, it's a page on your website, whether it's your social media, whatever you want, whether it's an actual access to whatever page that you wanted people to grab a download from, if you wanted people to be able to download things immediately, in addition to sending them access via email, that's a great way to do it. All right, so then that is all there is to it. So then you would hit integrate. And this gives you all the different ways that you can integrate. So if you were embedding it on a website and you were using code, you would use this. If you just need a little hyperlink, say you wanted to put in an email or add it to like your social media, maybe an Instagram or something like that, you could just get the hyperlink. If you wanted to add it to your Facebook page, it gives you the option to do that and shows you how and walks you through that process. And then right here, of course, there's the option if you are wanting to add this form to your WordPress website. For WordPress, you need the ActiveCampaign plugin, and that's kind of a bit of a different topic. So perhaps I'll make a video on that showing you guys how to connect your ActiveCampaign form to your WordPress website. But that'll be in a different email. But there you go. That's how you create a form, a sign-up form using ActiveCampaign. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Talk to you soon. Bye.